So this is called What the Real Model Looks Like. I love this, okay? Because you have the producers, the earth, communities, and consumers. So one of the things about this that I didn't mention when I mentioned plants, the reason I'm so happy people are eating more plants is because plants have a much better carbon footprint than other sources of food. So those of you who know me know that I don't eat meat. I'm never going to tell you don't eat meat. You make your own choice. I prefer if you don't eat meat, but that's your choice. For me, I eat what I want. But the carbon footprint piece is huge. So the more plants you can eat, the better for the planet. And anything that's better for the planet is better for people. And so it's about the community, it's about the earth, and it's about this whole cycle. It's not just one thing or another, because we don't live without other people, which is why you're here now, so thank you. So real food, this is their definition of food which truly nourishes producers, consumers, communities, and the earth. It's a food system from seed to plate that fundamentally respects human dignity and health, animal welfare, social justice, and environmental sustainability. Some people call it local, green, slow, or fair. We use real food as a holistic term to bring together many of these diverse ideas people have about a values-based food economy. And they have a real food wheel, which I showed you, and this is their website. So I saw their website and I thought, I don't even need to do this talk. I just put this up there at the very first, flip to their website, say nothing. But I did have a few things to add. But I think this is the crux of it. And it boggles my mind. I don't know how many people are on Twitter. They have like less than 3,000 followers. I have 13,000. I'm like, everybody should be looking at this. And the reason I wanted to do this talk, and the reason I'm doing the talk, is because I want you to be advocates. I want you to tell people. I will just tell you a brief story. My husband came a number of years ago and heard Vandana Shiva speak about the demise of the cotton farmers in India and what a horrible situation that is. I cannot tell you how many people he has told about that. He has said, do you know about this? And they're like, no. So even if you think people know this stuff, inquire, ask, and spread the word, because without that, I don't know what there is. So I want to show you, because I have this very cool, I have two cool towels I want to show you. People must think that I'm messy and give me towels. Unfortunately, this one is white. It says locally grown good food, thank a farmer. And so I love that, but the one I really love is this one right here that says, be grateful, eat more vegetables, and love others. Because I think it's what it's all about. In the fermentation world, we say it's all about spreading culture and community. I can only reach so many people, but all of you can reach more people. So, okay, so I went to Whole Foods. This is the real food. I walked in, this is what I saw. Bulk candy, $10.99 a pound. I'm like, okay, that's good, because less people will buy candy because this stuff is so damn expensive. Now, they say they don't use blah, blah, blah. I didn't even inspect the thing, so I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then on the other side of the store was this bakery case. I'm like, so we're gonna sandwich the whole store, right? You know, we'll have the candy on one side and the bakery on the other, and then what's in the middle? So in between, we have a whole aisle of chips, okay? Whole aisle. And then I put the frozen in, but there was a whole aisle of cookies and a whole aisle of all kinds of things. And then so much frozen stuff to let you think that I am not picking on anyone. This is non-dairy frozen. And the big issue here in the US, I believe, is people think that dessert is a God-given right. Like, we should have dessert every night. And dessert is not like that. Dessert is a special occasion. Like, how many people have more than one birthday a year? Oh, there's one, all right. A few over there. I don't know how that happens. I was only born on one day. But, you know, it's like you have a birthday. On your birthday, like my son would always be like, cake and ice cream. I'm like, okay, it's your birthday. For me, I don't even care about cake and ice cream on my birthday, but a little coconut bliss, I'd be happy. But it's, you know, the thing is, it's like dessert is not an everyday thing, and you got to remember that. It's easy to see why people are confused. I mean, in my mind, like, what is real food and how are we connected to real food? And food went from being fuel that we need to run our body, and I like people to think of it that way because it's very important. You eat bad food, your body doesn't work well. Maybe it will for a while, but then after a while, it's like, ugh, not working well. You know, you end up with high blood pressure or diabetes or other chronic heart disease. I mean, bad things, very bad. You don't want those. But, you know, one of the things is that it's interesting to see. So this is a fascinating thing. So you can see organic lemon cucumbers. They're locally grown. They did a locally grown thing there. $4.99. These cucumbers do not look good. They should have been pulled off the floor, okay? And then we have peppers. The peppers looked okay. $4.99, that's not so bad. But $5 for lemon cucumbers is ridiculous. So here's the corn underneath. So I go up to Whole Foods, and they have a thing of corn outside. And it's organic bicolor corn, 99 cents. I'm like, okay. So I say to the young man working in that department, hey, is the corn inside the same? And he says to me, yes. So I walk over to the corn. That corn is conventional corn. It's 5 for $1. It's inside the store. It's nice and cool. The other corn is sitting outside, where it's nice and hot. How many people know that corn should probably be in the refrigerator? Because it keeps the sugars sugary. So I go back outside, and I said, you know, your corn probably should be cool. Oh, no, we need to leave it out. I'm like, okay, so you're ruining your organic corn, but the stuff that's 5 for $1, you've got refrigerated inside. He was like, oh, maybe you're right. So anyway, it's a fascinating thing, you know. Sometimes they think I'm treating them badly at certain places. I was at the farmer's market, and I have a friend at the farmer's market. He has a farm. And he said, one day I was talking to him, and I said something about one of his things, and he said, you know, you're right. I didn't do that right. And the guy next to him said, she's a troublemaker. And he said, no, she's an educator. And I was like, thank you, Lee. So anyway, it was funny because I want every farmer to be super successful. And if you don't have great products, you can't be super successful. And sometimes things happen with products. So anyway, I think that's fascinating. Here's my website. You can email me, Jill@theveggiequeen.com. Thank you very much.